I don't know.
Kids are more important.
I don't know if you got that one.
Did that go over my head?
How
is a kid not waterproof?
The kids are waterproof. Here we go.
Oh I think. Gosh, you were backwards, bro.
I think
you're gonna have to heat
on with Griffin Colapinto with that first wave, and that is going to be non-consequential for Colapinto. Split peak with Griffin Colapinto finding a right-hander. Let's see what Griff has on the inside. Winds up. Nice snap there. Has to move through this section.
In contrast, this wave will actually move away from you, and rather than coming at you like you see the lefts, does very well with the opportunities given here, but these waves you can see are a little flatter on the face, so not as critical a section. Even though he's getting a lot more maneuvers done, it's a lot easier to do those maneuvers on a face that's not more vertical. So these are a little bit more horizontal face. Top 10, he's been in that range for many, many years. And here he is.
The Spartan. High line float, wave runs away, that's all he's going to get.
Those two waves, unfortunately for Michel and Jesse, running off a little bit too quickly, which is a beach break. You know, some of these bigger set waves are going to move. Here's an example of it. You know how it's nice and steep, he gets the first move, but see how that wave peels off without him. Watch for Griffin, because he doesn't need much to get excited, that excitement level up with some sort of air.
Mendes, yeah, nice little lip line float, but that's all Mendes got on his opener.
Yeah, I mean, and these scores will probably be very similar to what you'd see Griffin get actually on his wave, even though he fit in more maneuvers and was able to complete his ride. You know, he's obviously sitting at number 11.
Pretty good. I mean, I've been so impressed with Mikey Wright. Jesse Mendes here, live action, floats through that first section, comes around the corner and bogs a rail, so that was unfortunate for the Goofy Foot Brazilian. Here he goes, Michel Bourez, quick to the lip just to get through that section, comes around the corner. Little fat face there, has to do a carve. Wave's gonna steepen up a little bit on the inside, better carve number 2, and then the shore dump. Right
the shore dump, it literally is like 4 inches off the sand. Like, so you're gonna be riding up onto the sand and into the crowd. Again, right there on that shoreline, enjoying the action. Michel Bourez not able to fit that final move in, so just kind of, again, like that mid-range score. Here's his first move, glides up over it, carries that speed into this next section, but the reverberation coming off the beach affects that face. Does get this snap, but not quick enough to be able to get back up onto the lip again.
Jesse Mendes on his toes, the Goofy Foot, big snap there to begin, comes around and better carve. Looking toward this shore dump section, up in the lip, and goes complete for the finish, Jesse Mendes.
So this is a good comparison. You see this first move, the snap gets the water flying off the rail, straight to the bottom again, this time a little bit different angle, whipping that board back, and then the closeout move. So 3 solid turns for Jesse Mendes, all consecutive. You'd have to say in a comparison that this score is going to be better than the 4.67, but we'll see where the judges put it.
Colapinto, good looking wave up into the lip and comes a little dislodged and goes incomplete. You see him on his toes through there, and not what he wanted to do.
Really?
No, I'm agreeing with you. Griffin Colapinto live action. Can he finish this one? And he got eaten up again. It's a very difficult end section with this high tide conditions.
It's coming up the face with all that foam.
This is Colapinto on the replay.
First turn was nice. Again, you see all that backwash and reverberation from the shoreline. Really better than Griffin's. And so he'll have the early lead. Here we go, and he's going to try and back it up.
Mendes, big slash. Can he get another maneuver in? Oh, yeah. Little foamy. You can see that backwash, you know, kind of holding him up, but he was able to complete that ride out in front of the whitewater, and deemed that a scoreable finishing maneuver.
First turn, very nice. The second turn, you know, he carved it, but he hit the foam, got a little off balance, got stuck up, but was able to get out and ride it and complete it, which is important. Let's take a look at it again. Again, first section, beautiful, looking nice and steep, and then he gets into the whitewater, a little bit tough with the grip to hold there. And again, that section just was, had to do a maneuver. He was there for it, but it was a tough section.
But he got a 3.13. But that was enough for Colapinto to take the lead. It's going to be a back and forth seesaw event, I feel, throughout all of these heats. The Spartan, Michel Bourez, up and riding, opens up with a nice carve, gets a second carve on the backhand, finding some pace and tempo through this, a little bit more of a snap on that third turn, looking for the finish right up in the lip, and the Shorebreak monster just chomps down on the Tahitian surfer.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, that was the most critical section he had on the entire ride. The snaps again, wave letting him down. Just not enough vertical face there, so he had to kind of snap through it, you know. And you can see this is a little more of a front-on angle. But see, each time he gets up there, that was probably the best section for these first few turns. But this one again flattens out, just whips it back. Looks a little better from this angle.
I like it, but it gets real difficult in this shore break.
Oh, look at that. Just tries to hammer it and hold on. But again, the beach is coming up. The crowd's right there. You just want to be able to ride out, but all of a sudden you don't want your fins ripped off your board.
Well, there's a bounce as well. We're going to watch this wave one more time, and we can watch this final section, and you can see the bounce off of the sand coming back up into the wave.
How is the difference in the angle? You look at it front on, those turns look much better than this angle, where it's kind of like you can see the kind of flatness of the face.
Inside the 12-minute mark. And Griffin Colapinto up riding. Couple little taps to start off the bottom, long bottom turn, gaining some yardage, gets up in the lip, glides through that big whitewater explosion, can't hang on.
Wow, that two-turn combo would have been very solid. Be another throwaway score. Let's see what happens here. He gets into it nicely. You know, he's into it outside. Sets up the first turn here. Beautiful glide through the maneuver. Drive through his toe edge and then up. Times it perfectly. Connects with the lip. But then the explosion at the bottom, again with that current moving at him, everything moving at him, just eats him alive. He pulls it off. Also,
yeah, this happened during the break, Pete.
Griffin Colapinto on the backhand. This is going to be a solid one for him. Again, backhand different, being that you're a little bit on the heel edge. Those bottom turns feel solid. You're able to watch your carve on the backhand. So a good number for him as well.
Mendes dropping into this wave, streaking down the line. Nice lipper there, lip glide action coming back around. Beautiful carve for Mendes. Little variety in the maneuvers, another carve fitting in there. So this is a good looking left that's giving him more opportunity. Fits in more maneuvers. Of course, there's a shore break section and goes complete right onto the sand. And from the body language, he liked the feeling of that wave, Peter.
There's the reason why, because he just glided through that arc. Just watch this again, carries a ton of speed. This beautiful first snap. Up through the lip, and then here, that arm. Watch his arms, just like the big bird gliding through an arc in the air. Does it on water. Beautiful stuff there from Jesse Mendes. And then knowing full well that the score's there, he's got good number here going, and he wants to complete it. That is so difficult at the end. And then you see even Kanoe Igarashi, you know, so you get to the bottom half there, it's a couple of those red jerseys started to go down.
Michel Bourez wants to keep busy here. Beautiful, powerful hook on the backhand. Second power gouge by Michel Bourez. Wave peeling down the line. Going to steepen up for this difficult shore break sections. Just going to choose to float and hop onto the sand. Keep the fins intact. Bourez looking for a 7.01 to take the lead over Colapinto right now.
See how that one had a nice clean wall to it. Didn't see a lot of that backwash affecting the face too much. So good wave choice. First section there, that big patented whip. You see how he arcs his back. He really arches through those turns. Again, a little different style there for the turn number 2. Turn 3 was kind of more of a cutback, and you know, again, not a huge scoring potential there. And then the float to finish. So the two first turns really were kind of where the money was made on this one. To make it happen, you know, if you get a critical section, you better attack it.
The Spartan on the attack. Big snap there. Once again, showing his power, but that wave doesn't give him any more open face.
Ooh, that one was a golden opportunity. Oh, this is an important score for Griffin. Let's take a look at the very beginning of this one. See how he's setting it up, cocking that knee back, attacking the lip there straight up. So nice first turn. One of the better first turns we've seen out here today. And then this final section, we saw it again. Straight up, lays back, somehow puts himself back up on his feet. So nice work there. As we look in at the beach angle, this is really right here what the fans are seeing.
Yeah, that's a straight-on angle, and Strider Wazalewski saw that live. Your impression, Strider? He's going to advance on into round number 3. Michel Bourez is trying to fight back, but he's going to need an excellent score. Not to say he's not capable of it. His need an 8.91, so we're going to have to see a spectacular finish. He's on his way with some power there. Pulls into the barrel. Can he find an exit? And that will not be the number.
Look, this looks like a beautiful wave here. A lot of speed in that first section, drives through it. A lot different style from Michel Bourez as he arcs through those backside moves. And this one has the barrel at the end, gets into it. It just didn't have the exit. Again, looking at an 8.91 this season, you've got to be exceptional.
Well, it's official. The heat's over. Griffin Colapinto moves on to round number 3. We'll be back with more action here at the Quiksilver Pro France. Mikey Wright, Connor Coffin, Michael February, all coming up.